everyone, welcome back to Reading Through the Generations. If you're new here, my name is Precious and I hope you'll stick around. Today I thought I would bring you another book tag, as I was kindly tagged by my friend Sue to answer the end of year book tag. Can you believe there's only 27 days left till the new year? It's so wild. Anyways, thanks so much, Sue, for including me in on this one. And this tag was created by Ariel almost a decade ago. I believe this year she revised her questions. As far as I know, this is the updated version, so let's dive in. Ariel's first question is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? Yes, there are a couple I started early in the year that I had to return to the library. I just didn't finish them in time. One is The Wolf and the Whale by Jordana Max Brodsky. This is set in the Canadian Arctic, and I started it back in springtime and decided to save it for later this winter. The other one I started for Nonfiction November is Light Eaters by Zoe Schlanger. This one, lovely Nicole at a Cottage Witch told me about, and wow, what a fascinating read. I think I got to the halfway point, and there's so many plants that I never heard of and so much new research that she delves into. This would make a really lovely gift for the nature lover in your life, and I look forward to finishing them at some point this winter. The next question is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Well, I'm afraid I'm answering this tag quite late, as winter solstice is right around the corner. But a really intriguing book that I started back in October that I also didn't finish is Marina by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. What a wild ride of a book, even though I only made it to like a third way through. As I recall, when I returned it, I still had no idea where it was going. And I'm really tempted to try to find a secondhand copy just so I can have some resolution. And it's such a perfect autumnal read because it's set in rain-swept Barcelona. It's quite dreary and gloomy. I think it is the autumn. And there's gothic elements. It's a bit of a adventure story mixed with coming of age and mystery, and it feels like something supernatural is in the air as well. So yeah, I found myself totally immersed in it. The next question is there a new release you're still waiting for? No, not really. I don't unfortunately keep up with new releases that much, although I have heard that Louise Erdrich, who is one of my favorite authors, has a new book coming out next year that I'm really anticipating. It's a short story collection inspired by Ojibwe mythology, and I believe it's called Python's Kiss. Next question is, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? I don't necessarily have any deadlines, or I don't bind myself to any particular books, although for the month of December I am making my way through my book advent, and these are all books from my own shelves or ones that I've checked out from the library that are relatively short and I can read within a day or two. So each day it's a new surprise, and so I would have to be, I know it's more than 3, but yeah, all the books for my book advent. And throughout this whole month, every Sunday I plan on making a weekly wrap-up video. So if you'd like to hear about what kind of reading I get up to this month, I hope you'll subscribe. The next question is, what trends have you noticed in your reading this year? This year I discovered a new love for audiobooks. There were some really incredible audio reading experiences I had this year. A few I want to mention are Once Upon a River. This was narrated by the amazing Juliet Stevenson. Oh my gosh, I really want to listen to all the audiobooks she's narrated. I think her performance in this one was spectacular. She just embodied each of the characters in this novel. Another audiobook experience that I enjoyed was James Aaron O. He did the audio narration for The Emperor of Gladness, and I believe this was his first time narrating. And yeah, I was also blown away by his work and just the way he breathed life into all of Ocean Vuong's characters. And then another one is, after reading The River Has Roots by Amal El-Mohtar, I also decided to try listening to it since music plays such a key role in this story. I'm so glad I did because it was amazing. It was narrated by Jem Carmela. Not only does she do the narration, but she does all the singing, which is just stunning. And get this, Amal El-Mohtar plays all the harp music, and in addition to writing the book, she also composed and collaborated with her own sister Dunya, and all their original music is what is featured in the audio performance. And her sister is a conservatory trained flautist, and it made for such an even more special reading experience, as it's about an unbreakable bond between two sisters. I loved it so much, and I highly, highly recommend listening to this one. The next question is, how do you feel about your reading goals? Anything you want to change, adjust, or abandon? Well, I no longer set a numerical goal for my reading every year. I read what I want to read, and I don't sweat it if I have to put it down for whatever reason. I do make a list just before the new year of authors that I would like to read from, and I read quite a few new authors this year that I really enjoyed, such as Daniel Nayeri, Renee Watson, Stella Gibbons, and Thomas Hardy. I haven't gotten around to making my list for 2026 yet, but I'm carrying over some authors from this year that I didn't get a chance to read, such as Edith Wharton and George Eliot. Time just escaped me and I didn't get a chance to read Middlemarch or The Age of Innocence, but those are on the top of my 2026 list. And then last but not least, have you already started making reading plans for next year? Yes, I have a buddy read with my friend Daniela at Uncommon Reader. We are planning to read On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by the one and only Ocean Vuong. I'm so looking forward to this reading experience, and I just think he's so incredible and what a gifted writer. I know I've only read one of his books, but I'm really excited and I look forward to it, and I look forward to all the new reading adventures and experiences that I'll be able to get to share with you in the new year. Now I'm going to tag some friends who I'm pretty sure haven't done this tag yet. So I tag Daniela at Uncommon Reader, I tag Kim from ExpeditionThroughPages, Emily Beth Hall, Nicole a Cottage Witch, and Troy Towel. And of course, I'd love to hear from you. Let's chat below about any of your answers to these questions, and I'll see you real soon. Thanks so much, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.